Hi everyone, I'm Umo, and welcome to my English lesson on YouTube. Today we're diving into the topic of nouns, what they are and how to use them in sentences. By the end of this lesson, you'll have some fun exercises to practice, so make sure to stick around and keep watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future lessons. Let's get started. Before we begin, here's what you'll need for today's lesson: a notebook and pen to take notes, headphones to hear everything clearly, and a quiet place so you can focus without distractions. Also, don't forget the replay button. If you ever need to reinforce your learning, you can always come back and re-watch the video. And remember, you can pause the video at any time to practice or take a moment to absorb the information. Ready? Let's get started. Today's lesson is all about nouns. A noun is a word that represents a person, place, thing, or idea. Nouns are the building blocks of sentences, and they help us identify what we are talking about. They can be used in many different ways, depending on the role they play in a sentence. We're going to explore a few ways that nouns can be used, and I'll share some examples to make it easy to understand. First, let's talk about nouns as the subject of a sentence. The subject of a sentence is who or what the sentence is about. It's the noun that performs the action or is described in the sentence. For example, in the sentence, "The cat is sleeping on the couch," the noun cat is the subject because the cat is the one performing the action of sleeping. Or take this one: "My brother loves basketball." In this case, brother is the subject because he's the one who loves basketball. Now, nouns can also serve as the object in a sentence. The object is the noun that receives the action of the verb. For example, in "She bought a book," the noun book is the object because it's what was bought. Similarly, in "They visited the museum," museum is the object because it's the place that was visited. Nouns can also show ownership. These are called possessive nouns. A possessive noun tells us who something belongs to. To form a possessive noun, you usually add an apostrophe and s to the noun. For example, "This is Sarah's backpack." Here, Sarah's shows that the backpack belongs to Sarah. Or in the sentence, "The dog's tail is wagging," dogs shows that the tail belongs to the dog. Another way to use nouns is as the object of a preposition. A preposition is a word that shows the relationship between a noun and another word in the sentence. Nouns come after prepositions to complete their meaning. For example, in "The keys are on the table," the noun table is the object of the preposition on. And in "She walked through the garden," garden is the object of the preposition through. Finally, nouns can act as predicate nouns. A predicate noun follows a linking verb like is or are and renames or gives more information about the subject. For example, in the sentence "My father is a doctor," the noun doctor renames father. Similarly, in "That building is a hospital," the noun hospital renames building. So, as we've seen, nouns are incredibly versatile. They can be subjects, objects, show possession, act as objects of prepositions, or even rename the subject in a sentence. By understanding these different ways nouns can function, you'll be able to build clearer and more detailed sentences. I encourage you to practice by identifying nouns in the sentences around you and using them in your own writing. Thank you for joining today's lesson. Stay tuned for the next one, and don't forget to practice what you've learned. Happy learning!